Alright, here's the boss. Worm number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you can see, there's no target, so you have to wait until they actually get up, and you shoot them like this. And as you see, they have an interesting attack, but we're doing some pretty good damage. And one down already. Now, have you figured out what the gimmick is yet? I mean, I don't know if you have, but it should the next time they pop up. I'm pretty sure you're going to get the gimmick. Has it sunk in yet? I'm really hoping it has, because I'd hate to spoil it for somebody. But I'm going to. As you can see, they get larger, stronger, and they hit harder the more of them you kill. So now we're just down to this big guy here. But he's not going to be a problem. Well, actually, there's two big guys. I thought there was only one. I'm tempted to try out Barrier just to show it to you guys. In fact, I might. I'm gonna show you Barrier. Just to show. And actually, it costs to put the shield up. But if you stay close to these guys, they usually won't hurt you. See, 0. But it took nearly all of my Parasite energy to block that. But now my Parasite energy is coming back slowly. There we go. Now there's a big one. And he just completely changes up his moves. If I remember right, this guy hits really hard. I don't want to find out, but I'm pretty sure remembering he hits really hard. Why don't we let you attack? See, that was terrible. That was bad. Let's go ahead and take advantage. Don't have enough. That's rough right there. Let's keep the heals. I really don't want to have to. I really don't want to die here. I really don't. It would be very embarrassing for me. I noticed that he only comes up at this one spot now, and he's dead. Major levels. I love it. Look at those bonus points. I'll take all that. Oh no. We gotta make room for those. So we'll give up medicine and a jump. There we go. See what I mean? If we would have invested those like into item slots, who knows if we would have even had enough room to take all those goodies. Oh, this. You know, I'm surprised they actually allow you to do this, and I know what you're wondering. You know, it's just going to be another talk. Why don't you just talk to her? Well, it's more than that, and I'm going to go over here and save. Because I'm not using save states, and I just want to play safe. I would do this normally if I was playing normally anyways. So we're going to make a new slot file because I was dumb and didn't realize until earlier that there's like a ton of save slots here, not just 3. I don't know what made me think that this game only had 3 save slots. I have no idea. Alright, now let's have a talk. Well, thank you. I try my best. Now, this is one thing that I understand. Now, you have no choice in this matter. You just can't walk away and, you know, like tell her to go essentially screw herself or anything like that. No, you have to be a dumb and get on this ride with her. Like, who in their right mind would do this? And then that. Ugh. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, you're trying. There's gonna be a fight here, yes, and I know what you're thinking. How in the hell are you supposed to do this? You're in a one-sister location, and she can fly all over the place. Well, there is a secret to do this without getting hit. Am I gonna be able to pull it off? Oh, we will find out. We will find out. So, I think the secret is you stay over here in this corner, or any corner in particular, and you let her swipe you in the ass. Pardon my language. This fight irritates me just a tiny bit. Now, when she does that, you want to get as far from that corner as possible. I know it looks like it should hit you, but it doesn't. If you can just stay far enough away from it. Yep, just go into the opposite corner of it. Not the same side, but the complete opposite corner of it, and it won't hurt you. Luckily, our gun kicks ass, and she doesn't like the taste of our bullets. Well, no, because you're being, like, cryptic and mysterious and all that other stuff. Well, I can't exactly talk to him, so I don't know how we're gonna do that. Oh, really? More fine questions. Directly? What do you mean directly? What are you gonna do? Don't touch me. Ooh, creepy touch. Bad place. Bad touch. You know, there's parts of me that wish that there was a CG version of that touch just so that we would know exactly what she did, but there's another part of me that wishes that I'm glad that doesn't exist, because who knows, really. I mean, that could have been really creepy. Who knows? Or it could have been the opposite of creepy. Actually, that's still creepy. More plot development here, people. Girl on either side. And a doctor. Very mysterious. And there's Daniel worrying about his partner. I think they're partners. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Ben. Good to see the little guy. Oh. That's not good. Freaked out, huh? Oh dear. Smart kid. I guess, when those people got near the stage, Eve was able to control them a bit and lure them to the stage to where they get all melted. That's... I didn't think that she had that ability. I don't really recall that. Well, yeah, there was a whole park audience filled with people. No. That's going to be difficult to do. Well, that helps, yeah. Yeah, neutralizing. You're going to try and neutralize that. I'd pay money to see that. That, you know, again, another time, Nix, I didn't think you had that kind of thinking in you. Baker, I don't think we have the equipment and the people to handle something like this. Yeah, you know, folks, I want you to remember that line that he said there earlier about, you know, this is our city and we should protect it. I want you to keep that in mind a little later. I want you to remember that. Am I wrong? But when there's like a public evacuation of like a city like that, isn't that normally a martial law kind of thing? Like, doesn't normally like the government or the army usually step in at that point to help that kind of? I don't think like the regular PD of a local department would be in charge of something like that. Well, I don't think you're going to. Well, you know, see, that's why Daniel's a bro. That's very true. Well, I'm pretty sure you can keep the kid entertained with something around there. There's got to be something around there that the kid would like. Ooh, dogs. Yeah, that's the key to a kid's heart right there. Well, one of them. Kids love animals, especially friendly, nice ones, and well trained like police dogs. Aw, ain't this sweet. I mean, it isn't like something horrible is going to go wrong, and this sweet event here is just going to be a faded memory. Aw, that is just adorable. Ah, now what's this? And who is this guy? Japanese man. Huh. What? Well, I mean, it's a common mistake, man. Wow, really? You speak Japanese? Wow, cool. Wait, you can't speak Japanese either? Well, yeah, that's a little mean, but uh-oh. We know what that means. Poor guy. Wow, and you're not even going to try and help the guy. You're just going to run and take advantage of the diversion and then, like, touch your glasses in a very ostentatious manner as you... Wow. You're a bit of a butthead, aren't you? Huh. More hospital, looks like. Yeah, where? That is a fine question. Yes, it is a hospital. I can't think of anywhere else that looks like that you wouldn't declare in a hospital. Ooh, red flashing at a hospital. That could be something bad. Well, this ain't creepy. Like, at all. Good questions. Scientist from Japan. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the guy that called in earlier. That was the Japanese scientist. Yeah, I had a lot of talk about this guy. Yeah, I was going to talk about this dude. This guy... The thing I wanted to talk about him was about, and I know I'm going to sound just the most racially insensitive person just like ever, but I've talked to Japanese and Chinese people before, and I've run across a lot of them that's had a really terrible accent to go along with it. But, I mean, I can usually cut through that stuff. I can usually understand. As long as you speak English language, I'm usually pretty good on picking it up. Most of the time. So, if everybody is complaining about this guy's accent, I would love to hear it. I really would. Well, I mean, this little place right here is pretty creepy. What do you mean, what happened to the people of Central Park? You were there. Well, they disappeared because they melted into each other. Nope. That's what I just said. Japan. Really? Yes, details, man, details. As you see that we're gonna have another soapbox moment here with the music and a person. Yeah. And what? What? Wow, heavy shit. But pardon my language. Again, more pressing, awesome questions that I myself would be asking. Right. Now, this is a key little line right here. So, after the incident, her kidneys were transplanted into a young girl. And Eve implemented a fertilized egg into a young girl who gave birth to an ultimate being. Well, of course. Didn't he just tell you what's going on here? I mean, it's basically going to be the same story. Nah. It was being... No, where she's different. Yep. That's right, Maida. I think that's how you say it, Maida. I've always tossed a couple ways. I think Maida. Actually, I think that's the only two. So, well, I did say couple, so that's two. Ha! I was right. Well, no, you're not a monster. I mean, for one, you don't even look like one. For general starters. Two, you don't act like one. Well, that's not gonna happen because you do have this thing called self-control. This is basically the only part of, I think, I've ever seen a really lose her shit like this. This little scene right here. And it really is heartbreaking to see this because I fully believe after she does this little episode, she becomes one of the strongest, like, female characters I've ever seen. It's just, this was the first game. This was her first experience dealing with all this. And she's acting like a perfectly reasonable human being. I mean, all this stuff happening to her once. All these people dying. All this around, it seems, her and this Eve person. Or Eve being. And she's the only one who's unaffected by the fact that she doesn't die immediately just for being around her. That's pressure, folks. Well, no, of course not. No, you're not. Yeah, they are partners. I thought they were. By the way, next save, we are so saving this. Alright, now that we're over with that little scene, we can get back to it. If I remember right, things from here on pretty much don't slow down. That feeling. Maya. Now that's a word and a name that we haven't heard before. But Maya died in a car crash with Mom. You see? They're giving a hint here, guys. They're giving a hint here on something. If you've been paying attention. And here's day 3. Day 3, from here on, things, it don't slow down. And that's really, really nice. So we're going to save right here. And I'm going to call this a video. And when I come back, actually, hold on. I'll just record just long enough just to get this little snippet in. There we go. And I got control. So, like I said, when I come back, we'll have more of this. And until next time, you guys have a great day.